So I made a comment on Hollywood Unlocked's page on Instagram about Bethenny Frankel. We're gonna go ahead and check out the video, but I just want to bring this up. I didn't expect over 2,100 people to like my comment, and basically what I said was that she's 60 years old. Why is it our responsibility to educate her? And especially where we live in the world of the internet, and not even just the internet. If you are 60 years old and you haven't met a Black person or a person of color in your life and understand why your comments are problematic and highly racist, that's not our job to help you out. You need to figure it out. Let's go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll go into a little bit more detail after this intro. Even though Bethenny Frankel claims not to be MAGA, she's highly ignorant, right? So we're still talking about Bad Bunny, even though this is from a week ago, right? We're still talking about Bad Bunny, and these people are like, oh, why can't we say this? Why, like, I don't understand. We just didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, the problem is that there's a lot of racism behind your comments regarding Bad Bunny's performance. It's one thing to say, hey, I don't like his music. That's completely fine. But to say that he's un-American and that, oh, I would have preferred someone else who was American, even though Bad Bunny is American, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, right? But again, people don't understand geography or don't understand history, obviously. And so you have these people like Bethenny Frankel who tries to be apolitical, but very much political. And she just says things and feels like, oh, you guys are trying to cancel everyone just because their opinion. No, we're not trying to cancel everyone. You're trying to cancel yourself. So let's go ahead and check out the video, and I'll go ahead and give you guys my commentary here.
I don't even wait to get my robe on to say this to you. Let's say I say something wrong. Let's say I get a word wrong. I say underage instead of children. Let's say for a brief...
Who gets like, oh, let me pull out my phone while I'm still naked? Unless you do an OF, like, go put your clothes on, lady. Nobody want to see your wet poodle ass.
Second, even though I've been to Puerto Rico 6 times, like, realize that it's a territory, but that it is not on the mainland. So it feels culturally different because I've been there and I've been in the United States for so long. Let's say I get it wrong. Let's say I fucking say it wrong. You have 2 choices. You can educate me and say, hey, it'd be really nice, or I want you to understand this. Or you can say, fuck you, you whore, you Tales from the Crypt, you Skeletor, you racist, you CUNT, all these things. You could do that all day. Done. It's done. You could do that. Those are your choices. But not even in my opinion, in fact, in the United States of America, we have never been more fucking divided. So why not try to talk to someone who says something wrong, who has a different opinion than you, who thinks like the uncle at your Thanksgiving dinner table that you can't believe thinks that way, instead of fucking telling him he's a piece of shit and putting him in the ground? Have a conversation, have a dialogue. We are divided. It's called, you're a fucking idiot. You're either woke or MAGA. Is there nothing in between? Because I'm neither woke nor MAGA. You can fucking trust and believe. I think there are moronic things that Trump has done, Biden has done, Hillary's done, Bill's done. Like, what the fuck happened to us? That we are like, everything is like, life is not a zero-sum game. We're human beings. So if I said something that fucking bothers you, let me know in a constructive way so I can change. If you just want to put me in the goddamn ground, wait for it, baby, because I'm not fucking going anywhere, okay? Because I'm one of the only ones who actually speak their mind, because you want to follow mummies. You want mummies that will just say what you program them to say. They don't believe that. You know why? Because they're all texting me on the side saying, we don't believe that. You don't know what they believe. That's why elections get won and lost, because you don't know what anyone believes, because they're bullshitting you and pretending they believe that just to get to the finish line. And guess what? You have no fucking idea. So when I talk to you, I'm talking live and direct. And if I feel something, think something, say something that's wrong, correct me, educate me, discuss with me. This country needs a fucking dialogue. This country is not red or blue. This country is red, white, and blue. This country is, yes, it's Puerto Rico, it's Texas, it's South Carolina, it's New York, it's Jewish, it's Catholic, it's Muslim, it's fucking everything. So stop this bullshit, because I'm not fucking going anywhere and I'm not tolerating this anymore. So you want to go? Let's fucking go. You're not going to take me down, but I would prefer to have a conversation.
Now, this wet poodle got on here doing all that hollering and screaming, and she was so anxious to grab her phone and talk to us. And it's all like, where is this coming from? Now, I'll tell you one thing. She had 2 different videos. One where she was talking about, oh, you can't talk about Bad Bunny and, basically antagonizing people. And then she had another one where she was praising Bad Bunny, right? So she's doing the whole both sides thing. But what she's trying to respond to is that, people aren't willing to have a conversation with ignorant people like her. She needs to be educated. Like, why don't you have a conversation? Why don't you educate me? Lady, if you don't know right from wrong and you don't know, like, it's highly problematic and ignorant how you act and how you sound, that's not our responsibility. Do you think that everybody, oh, let me go ahead and educate you so you know, but no, that's nobody's fucking job. I'm not a teacher. I'm not an educator. That's your responsibility. That's you who need to go do the research and find it out on your own. And here's the thing. If you don't have people around, and mind you, this lady is supposed to be from New York. I don't know what it is. Now, I might get canceled for saying this, but it's certain people from New York, I'm going to just say it, white people from New York that I get racist vibes from. Especially that certain accent with the bagels and bagels and all that. Yeah, I get racist vibes. And again, because they might have a black assistant or a black nanny, they think that they're not racist, but they are. You can still hire people of color and still be racist. They think, oh, no, I would never be. No, you are. And so with that being said, it's like, if you're not having conversations with your friends on trying to figure out why your comments are ignorant or why, they're problematic, then that's on you. But something tells me she doesn't have any friends like that or a circle of people that she actually is in community with. I believe that if you are Caucasian and you go your whole life without having interaction with people of color, that is a choice. Unless you live on a deserted island, that is a choice. And especially this lady is from New York, where there's a lot of Puerto Ricans. And mind you, she even said, oh, I've been to Puerto Rico and sometimes I forget, blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't need a passport, so I know you didn't forget. When you got off the plane, you didn't have to go through customs. You just got off that mofo and then, went about your business. So you know that it's a U.S. territory. And let's be honest about something. It's not about him, being American or not. It's literally people are mad at him at all for, doing the Super Bowl in Spanish, showing and praising Latino communities and culture. But not only that, this man also praised all the Americans, including Canada, Mexico, and the United States. As far as South America, the Caribbean, like, he showed unity. And if you didn't get that message from watching his halftime performance, then that's on you. You didn't want to see it. That's basically what it is, you guys. People like her, they don't want to see it. They want to be ignorant. This is what they like to do. They like to rage bait. Now, Bethenny ain't got no job, so she didn't get fired like the other girl. What's her name? Jill Zarin. She didn't get fired like her. So she's, willing to just go out there and just rant about anything. And it's all like, just because you have a phone and you have a platform, don't mean that you need to speak on everything. Sometimes you can just keep your fucking mouth shut. And Bethenny is one of those people. She should keep her mouth shut. She want to talk about, oh yeah, I'm not woke or I'm not MAGA. Mind you, white people always love to take over verbiage from the black community because we've been using woke, and woke is just being aware. So that whole woke versus MAGA, that was already ignorant. So when she started out with that, I'm like, I know where this is going. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, we already know what she already, we know what type of time she's on, you know? And this whole, we're supposed to hold your hand and explain things to you. Here's the thing. We can explain it to you, but does that mean that you're going to get it? Does that mean you're going to understand it? No. So why would we waste our time having a conversation? Again, this lady is 60 years old. Why are we explaining anything to a 60-year-old woman? If you ain't educated yourself in the last 60 years of your life, there's no helping you. There's nothing we can do for you. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I get so sick and tired of these people feeling like, oh, we need to educate them on what's right and what's wrong. No. Do the work yourself. It's none of our fucking responsibility. I love y'all for watching. We out of here, y'all. Deuces.